Mom. Now he's laughing about it. Now he
I'd
thinks
say
it's
go play on the toilet, but they would still be at the doors like zombies.
Oh no, he already did that today. He overflowed my toilet. And it took about 10 towels to clean it up.
Nice.
Ooh, 10
Hi,
towels.
everybody.
That's a major clog. I'm going to start rating toilet clogs and towels. It's like that was just a one towel clog. It's like, ooh, we have a 10 towel clog here.
Didn't tell me until there was like that much water on the floor.
Oh
Jesus.
my god. All right. So hello.
You use their pillow.
Hi everybody. We are most of the NAT30s. Thank you all for joining us. I see Beluga in the chat. Cam DM, Initiative League came in. We had a raid from Pint and Pie, and I think also, was it from Initiative League too? Either way, welcome in everybody. I see Darksider 813, M Styles, Blaine Patrick.
I always forget to ask: is Pint and Pie D&D reference that I don't understand, or is it a reference to South Park with the punch and pie thing?
Well,
let me know, because I'm interested. Because I'm thinking every time I hear it, I think of like, so we were told there would be punch and pie. There's no punch and pie. Damn it.
Maybe, I don't know. Mrs. Initiative League, sorry. M Styles, hey. So we are continuing tonight with our Bums of Greenest campaign. As you can see, we are still down 2 players, but we are thinking of them and hope that they will return to us soon. Let's see. Oh, okay. So we'll start with our announcements. Take it away, Annie.
Yes. So, I am going to tell you about our Compound Network. We're part of the Compound Network, which is a collaborative of South Coast Massachusetts creatives, and we have 3D printers, mini painters, and obviously we're some gamers. We have the Brush Republic. We also have Fusion Forge, 3D printing, Morel 3D prints, counterclockwise. Still makes me laugh every time. And tabletop games. And now I'm going to give you over to my special someone.
Oh, this guy right here.
Oh, yes.
We got a little something called Word of the Week. We don't have one. We haven't picked it. You guys haven't picked it. It's just something usually pretty funny. And when we say it, it usually pops up in the chat with some spirit fingers there and a little chime. And if you go to one of the 3 stores that we're partnered up with, those Necco wafers really got me right here in the throat.
Because it's chalk.
Because they're chalk.
I may have made a mistake.
Wrote in chalk on your throat.
If you go to one of our 3 partnered stores, Tabletop Games in Westport, New England Comics in New Bedford, or the Armory in Fairhaven, they're all local to us. It's South Coast, Massachusetts. You can head there and go to the front desk, and you can enter in your name you can enter in the Word of the Week with your name and get put into a raffle for a $10 gift card. So, real good fun stuff. So head to those 3 stores. There's the Armory in Fairhaven, Tabletop Games in Westport, New England Comics in New Bedford. Enter in the Word of the Week to be announced for your chance for a $10 gift card. Throw it up to you, Pat. Go.
All right, and let me spam that into the chat. Why does it? All right. So we have just recently launched a Patreon. Right now we have 2 tiers, $1 tier and a $2.50 tier. Various access to a whole bunch of different stuff behind the scenes. Some of Izzy's notes, her homebrew items, some character sheets, even some more backstories on the characters, a whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff, not just mechanics wise, but also the story and the world at large around the bums. I just want to give a quick shout out to our newest Patreon member, the Role Players Guild. They are our latest Patreon subscribers, so it's something we're trying to grow a little bit. There's probably more to come, some things we were talking about before we started tonight, so you'll just have to wait and see what happens next. But if you can't wait that long, you could head over to our merch store, which Cuba will tell you about.
Oh, hey, the merch. It is our TeePublic store, which is on sale this week, starting today till Saturday, up to 35% off of everything. It's not just t-shirts, it's sweatshirts, it's baby onesies if you're going to have one of those, mugs, masks.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, I highly recommend you don't do it. I recommend going to the store, but I don't recommend the baby thing. But if you do the baby thing, there are nerdy onesies that you can get with our stuff on it. And also this week till Saturday, when the sale is over, is your last chance to get the Zan 2020 shirt. Zan 2024 shirt and the Brew Bottle Tavern shirt, as they are both going to be retired. The Zan one, because of, if I had a hat, I'll take off it. There. Rip, Zan, rip.
We need a moment of silence, I feel like.
Yes, and the brew bottle one, that's going to be changed for copyright purposes. I haven't decided if I'm going to put it up to slightly change yet, or if I'm going to put up something completely different. But if you like those ones, and if you want something that's going to be one of a kind that will never be seen again, go to our store, get one of those. T-shirts, $13 right now till Saturday. That is our TeePublic store, teepublic.com/stores/the NAT30s, or there's our link in our social media pages. Well, ain't that the easiest shit?
Are you muted, or is Beluga just fucking with us?
I'm muted.
So I'm used to someone in the
I
chat
know, it's
always
Grem.
being like,
It's Grem. Thank you for letting me know that I was talking and you guys couldn't hear me. So sorry. Giveaway this month is the Heroes Feast D&D cookbook. The way our giveaways work, you just watch the show, you use your channel points to enter as many times as you want. It's 2,500 critties or channel points to enter. You can also brawl and battle. That's what you'll see people doing throughout the stream to get extra points, exclamation point, points, and you can use those to get an extra ticket. So just like this, I will do this in the chat because I cannot enter, so it does not matter. So extra ticket. And that way I'm also notified, so I can see that you have entered. So I think that might be it. There you go, Beluga. I'm just writing it down so that I don't miss it. We have something like 36 entries this month. So
For the cookbook?
For the cookbook, yes.
damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I should actually make something from that book maybe this weekend.
I know. Ooh, Initiative League. There we go.
Was the character creation thing something we wanted to bring up,
Oh,
or is
yeah.
that something that you just on social media?
So we have a little something going on in our Discord as well. As part of the giveaway, we are having like little contests in the character creation channel of our Discord. We're gonna do this like every other week on Sundays. We're gonna start with the category, and you can submit a character design using Hero Forge. You can draw it. You can use one of the other many other programs out there that allow you to create characters, and you just put a screenshot or upload a PNG of your image there, and then on Saturdays, the Saturday after we launch it, you can vote for your favorite, and whoever wins will get 2 extra entries into the monthly giveaway. So it's something that we're trying out. Pint and Pie got the 2 entries for this month's giveaway. The next one is going to start on Sunday, and I think we're going to have it go into March's giveaway, which is going to be a copy of the D&D board game. The Adventure Begins, I believe it's called. So we'll be showing that off soon. But hop into the Discord, show your creativity, and if you have any suggestions on how we can add things to our Discord, just let us know. Trying to get some more stuff going there. But okay. This looks great. Yeah, okay. I see a bunch of new people in the chat, so this is very exciting. Thank you all for joining us. I'm going to run our intro, and then we'll get started with tonight's session.
Player is dead. Sorry. We play D&D for keeps.
I just missed.
If we were
I missed
sitting
that.
at the table together, we would have eaten his body already.
So we rejoin the bums of Greenest, or the majority of you.
The minority of us, actually.
I mean, the bums are technically mostly there.
We have less bumps, though.
It's true.
4 less cheeks.
There's 4 less cheeks.
That's quite a bit of cheeks.
So
We are at a cheek deficit.
we rejoin the majority of the bums of Greenest, as you are exiting the fields along the coastway and entering the vicinity of Baldur's Gate after having been sent on a mission to an abandoned mining town called Fool's Hope, where you had to search for an orb as well as materials to bring back Erdnot's recently murdered daughter. Unfortunately, along the way, or I guess at the end of your journey within the mine itself, after fighting a mouthy creature that you did not quite understand where it came from or what it did.
Mouthy creature makes it sound like it was just talking a lot of shit to us.
It was talking a lot of shit, and it confused you quite a few
That's
times. Unfortunately, Zan, while searching for the orb, touched it and
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
disappeared. On your way out, you were being chased by the deep gnomes that had been apparently worshipping this gibbering mouther, but you were able to escape from the mine, taking a few moments after traveling a couple of miles away from Fool's Hope to remember your friend and try to figure out what happened. You were caught off guard that evening, that night, as you rested, and an assassin, one of potentially many who has been hunting down Auric Firesong, finally was able to shank him to death, while Erdnot and his
Straight up.
straight up shanked to death, while Erdnot and his giant boar Gildan were distracted from the day's events. You continued along with Auric in tow, literally, as you carried his body on a sled behind Gildan, the steed, and traveled through. It was fairly uneventful, and on the second day of, actually, it's the second day of, hold on, what day is it? Second day of deep winter, the first month of the year, you, in the morning, emerged and began to see Baldur's Gate, probably a couple of miles off. So we rejoin you as you start to get closer to the outer city. You can see Baldur's Gate, the walls of Baldur's Gate, and then also the walls of Little Calamshane, which is really a weird Calamshane, a small outer, or part of the outer city that's known for having different rules than the rest of Baldur's Gate. You begin to approach this outer city. This is where you had left, coming in along the main road. It is not too bad of a day on this particular morning. You're a little bit, you feel a little bit gloomy on this day, even though the sun is out, but just because you're thinking about that strange shadow that also passed overhead, but seemed to have no source earlier the day before. Kind of gave you a little bit of a, what's going on? What's everybody laughing at?
She's just making sad face
Oh.
emojis.
Like, are you making fun of me and I'm not paying attention?
No. I'm crying.
Oh, well, I do
Worried, sad emojis.
I am like, my boyfriend is dead. Zan, I don't know where he is. Now the shadow thing's passing over us.
Yeah.
Erdy's daughter's dead. I mean, it's a very sad time right now.
As you are coming closer to the outer city, you can hear Avedon is like, you know, Boris, you kind of have an attitude today. And he's like, well, what if I do? She's like, you know what? And she touches the circlet, and Boris goes like, and disappears. And she's like, I just
Did
didn't.
she just fall onto the ground, or
No, she did it after. Actually, she lands gracefully. She's just like, bloop. Like she planned it the whole time. And so Boris, the mood ring unicorn, who was a brick red color and just kind of had an attitude the past 24 hours or so, Avedon looks at all of you, and his fur or hair, I guess, kind of matched her red hair when he was there, and she's like, he just had an attitude. He needed to go. I can't deal today with him. I don't know what is up.
do we know
but-
he's a mood ring? Like the characters?
I mean,
Like, I
every
don't think we ever figured out like what this thing was called.
well, so every time you've seen him, he's been a different color and he's had a different attitude. So you don't know that he's a mood ring necessarily, unless mood rings are a thing. But he definitely.
I mean, they do say that pets start to resemble their owners. So, I mean, you seem like you're in the mood today, Avedon. So,
She's like, oh, Micaiah. And she just keeps walking.
only the truth from me, Avedon.
She just shakes her head.
Keyword being truth.
Vidania has been
I think I
quiet.
forgot about you.
Vidania has been quiet and just kind of hanging back a little bit, looking over her shoulder. So we'll continue along towards the outer city. As you get closer, you can see the little homes that are kind of scattered around, getting closer with farmland all around. You see that the walled little Kalimshan is just probably less than a half a mile away, and as you get closer, you begin to see a figure that starts to approach as you come to the outer city from the main road, heading in your direction. This humanoid appears to be walking with purpose straight at you. And as they get closer, you can see dark black and blue jacket with matching pants and boots. And there's a hood that's obscuring the figure's face from the distance that you're at. But the design and crafting of the clothes that are made of these like fine leathers, you can tell from the distance you're at, it's unlike anything that you have seen. Definitely alien to the Sword Coast. And this person is getting closer. You can see that there's almost like a bluish hue to the leathers that are that they're wearing. You can see that they have a long sword and a short sword strapped to their hip, and again with like this strange crafting, as the swords have these long wooden handles, a circular guard, this like slight curve to them, and on their back you see a quiver full of arrows that like peeks over their shoulder. And as they approach, they reach up to pull the hood back, revealing this long dark blonde hair and a short beard flecked with streaks of gold. And there's a smiling face, which suddenly grows stern. But it's the eyes that give it away, bright, hazel, and familiar. As Xander Huntsman
Hello, friends.
moves on one
It's been a
second.
while.
Oh my god! How are you here?
Ah, he is not dead.
Far
Good for
from
you,
it.
lad.
Oh my god, Makaya's gonna jump on you.
Zan embraces her
I'm
so she
actually
doesn't
literally
hit the
crying
ground.
right now. You're not dead. Oh my god. I'm so happy.
It's great to see you, Makaya. It's
Why am I
great-
actually crying in real life right now? That just literally made me cry. I'm so happy.
No need for tears now. I'm here. I thought I would be able to cut you off on your way back into the city. What?
Where
Where's
were you?
Arik?
Where'd you go?
He's
Oh,
dead.
he's dead, but he's fine. We can bring him back. What happened to you?
He's dead. What happened?
An assassin got to him in the night. Like the last time, but this time succeeded. But don't worry, we got 2 diamonds. Right after you died.
Oh, we thought you died.
There'll be plenty of time for me to explain later. We need to get our friend and Erdnot's daughter back.
I might have to tell the gods to cancel retiring a t-shirt.
Abaddon comes up and she's like, Zan. And she just gives you a hug. The little bit of sniffling. Vidania just looks at you from afar and just like kind of nods. She looks like she's a little bit in shock, but she's also not the type to kind of give that away.
Oh, I've missed you all. We have much to discuss, but let's get our friends back.
So much to talk about. But we gotta go save my boyfriend.
So, you all head into Baldur's Gate through.
Wait, was it you that flew over us yesterday?
No, Urdnot, I can't fly.
Well, I don't know where you've
Most
been.
people I know also can't touch a deadly orb and disappear and reappear later on, looking different. Yes, right? He looks different.
He does look different.
Yes, you would remember Zan used to wear all black robes, ragged clothing.
And typically didn't smile.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about.
Yes, a lot has changed.
Change, Zan.
To me, it has been a year, at least since I've seen you all last. I can explain, but I should explain when we're all back together with Auric.
Agreed. It's just good to have you back. I'm so happy. Oh my goodness.
It really is great to be back.
I bet you missed us even more though, because it felt like longer to you.
Yes, it was a
Give me another
trying
hug.
at times.
Come here.
And he embraces Micaiah again.
This'll make for great songs when the stories are written.
Oh, there's gonna be new songs about this. Oh man. I've never been so happy to see anybody in my life.
So you guys
That's-
are
Why are
walking,
you crying?
and
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
playing D&D. That's why.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Dude, you bitch, go to bed.
I'm not crying. Go to sleep. So you could.
These are happy tears because it's your bedtime.
So you continue into. You guys are walking and talking, as you head into the city through the Heapside Gate. What is your plan as you come in through the city? Are you staying together, or what are you planning on doing?
You know what I was going to do, but Zan's back, and now he's gonna talk sense into not having me do my plan. But I'm gonna say it anyways. You four need to carry the body back to the tavern. When you get there, have Avedon go to the temple with the priest, the woman who de-aged the boy, and have them come to the tavern. I'm going to bring the orb to the dragon. Born guy, to the wizard. I can't act tonight. I don't know why.
I mean, don't bring the orb to the dragon.
No. The wizard. The dragonborn wizard.
Urdnot, if I might suggest, strength in numbers, we should go back to the tavern all together, and then we can send your cousin to retrieve the one to do the ritual. I think all of us should have the conversation with the dragonborn wizard. Sometimes more minds can get to the bottom of truth and lies. I don't think we should just hand over the orb without knowing for sure what he's going to do with it.
I would normally wave you off, but you are alive again. And
I mean, he
my
touched.
primary concern with him was asking him what this thing did to you. But
Right.
Wait now. Good point. A lot
Yes.
has changed in the last 5 minutes. Since
Literally. Everything I thought about what was going to happen tonight is not how it's going.
Very good. Let's make it back to the tavern.
All right.
So you all head back through the streets. As you get into the Eastway district, actually, let me pull up the map of Baldur's Gate for you.
I'm not gonna Gildan. I'm just gonna leave him outside the gates.
Oh yes.
And,
Gildan can't come in, so
I know. That's why I'm not. I don't want to. I'm just gonna leave him in the material plane till he gets stabbed to death again. And just call him to me if I need him.
Yes,
okay. So you're gonna leave him outside the gates?
Yeah.
So you unstrap the sled that holds Aric's body and begin to bring it through. Hold on, I think this is too. Let me.
I think we would have covered it in something so that we're just not dragging a corpse through the city streets.
Okay.
That usually unsettles people.
Yes. So you can. You have I would assume Erdnot and probably Zan helping to drag the sled through the city. As the streets become a little bit more narrow, you do find yourselves having to kind of weave between people. Getting into the Eastway district, the houses become closer
Yes,
together.
you have crackling going on your mic, which I actually wasn't even paying attention to until they said something, and then I started actually hearing it.
Oh, I do have it?
Oh, you did? While you were just talking, you didn't at this very second.
Okay. Can you hear it now?
Slightly, I heard it at the very end.
Oh, weird. Alright, hold on. Let me just make sure my crisp thing should still be on.
It was clean then.
Alright, what about now, everybody? Is that better?
I don't hear anything.
Okay. Alright, we'll run with it, see what happens.
No, there it is. It's like at the end of every last word, it seems.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so you weave in between people as you're continuing through, and eventually make your way to the Brew Bottle Tavern. It is closed. It is still only about like 11 o'clock or so. I wonder why that's happening. It's always got to be something with the audio. There's never
Always tech
There's
issues.
always
Unplug the mic and plug it back in. And that seems to work for me all the time. And this is a $150 mic.
the mic is my webcam.
Oh,
Oh, maybe Skype.
maybe, but I don't think anybody else is crackling.
No, it could be my Skype. So, well, we'll take a quick break in like 15 minutes, and I'll reset my stuff. So you continue through. You get to the Brew Bottle Tavern. It is quiet. It is closed. It's about noontime right now. Putting everything together, you believe you have probably about 12 hours before your 10 days for Dratha are up. So, you are at the front of Brew Bottle Tavern. What are you doing?
I'm gonna look around, and I guess it's useless because I can never see anything, but see if anybody's looking at us.
Zan will give him the help action.
You can roll perception with a.
Do I do it at advantage? Is that what the help
yeah.
action does? Or
Well, you both technically are looking, I guess, but
is that a nat 20?
that is a nat 20.
Oh shit! I haven't had
Oh,
one of those in
shit.
forever. Been rolling 1s and 2s, 4s.
Erdnot is very focused right now.
Hold on 1 second. There's a lot going on here. Okay.
He's ready to raise lots of people from the dead.
So, looking around, you can see some people in your vicinity are, they're looking at you, but mostly because they're kind of like eyeballing the sled that you have behind you that looks like it's probably covering a body. but they don't seem interested in you in a general.
Throw a backpack on top of it so it just looks like a piece of cargo. Have my heavy traveling pack right on his groin, just.
So nobody's looking at you at the moment.
Nobody from the rooftops. I'm looking at the rooftops too.
Nobody on the rooftops. Nope.
All right. Then you would unlock the door,
Okay.
and hold it open, and let everyone else bring the body in and then shut the door after them and lock it.
Okay. So you come in unlocking the door, and you hear from upstairs. You hear, "Hello, hello," and some.
It's me. Yes.
Okay. You hear the steps of Cousin Garmir descending from the second floor. Comes down. Looks a little tired. And very happy to see you at first, of course. So he comes down the steps, and his hair is a little bit like frazzled. His beard is not as closely trimmed there, and he says, "Cousin, I was so worried. So glad that you're back. We only have until the end of the day." And then he looks and sees Arix, or he sees the sled there, and it's quite obvious what's going on here. Like, you lost one.
Aye. Assassin. Probably the same one.
Well, we thought we lost two, so I mean, we're up one.
Aye, that's a hell of a story, I'm sure.
Well, I'd love to hear it, but perhaps after we bring Ratha back, did you find what you need?
I believe so. We just need to get the cleric here.
Oh, but we are nice, and we will attend to your every...
Might want to inform
need.
them it's 2 resurrections now in case they need more supplies to bring.
Okay. You want I should go and get them?
Yes,
You already
as soon
talked
as
to someone,
possible.
right? I
I
forgot what you said.
I went to different temples around, and there are many options, but I believe you told me about the ladies' hall and how they helped your friend here.
Aye. We'll stick with what we know.
All right. The Temple of Timora. I will return. And he heads over on his way out the door. He embraces you, Erdnot. Gives you another hug, slap on the back. And then he heads out, unlocks the door, locks it behind him. And you are in the Brew Bottle Tavern.
Just looking at Zan.
Yeah, yes, not. It's me.
Can not tell, like, if he's, like, visibly older?
I would.
I mean, you said it was a year.
Yeah, I
but-
would say no.
So I guess it wouldn't. No, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. In my head, I'm like, he jumped ahead 20 years.
Yeah, no. So, as you're standing there, Abaddon kind of like walks up to you, Zan, and you feel a poke. Like she pokes your arm, pokes your back a little bit. She's like, "So is it really you? Where did you go?"
When the creature fell, the whispers, they overcame me for a moment. As I saw the orb, I thought I saw a dragon. Could have been red or black. It's been a while now. But when I touched it, I was suddenly in a forest that I had never seen before. Unlike any forest. The light was dim. It was dusk. But the sun never set. Perpetual twilight. I was in the Feywild. Time works differently there. Years in the Feywild could be a matter of moments in our plane, or even time isn't exactly linear there. People who go there could come back in the past hundreds of years before their own time. But luckily, I was able to get passage from a trusted friend. She was able to send me on the day I knew you'd be arriving at Baldur's Gate. And we should wait for Auric for the rest, but I've been trying to get back to you for a while now. Finally.
A friend in the Feywild.
Yes, not all friends in the Feywild, but someone who I trust, yes.
All right, very well. Did you glean anything from the voices about that orb?
No, it was chatter. It was too much to hear any one thing. The whispers, it clouded my mind. Not sure what it said. I just lost myself for a moment.
Oh, good thing, lad. Good thing you're lucky. You could have ended up who knows where. Underwater.
Yes.
Up in the sky.
Very, very strange place that I did wind up.
Diagram is cracking me up in the chat.
I was looking at that.
Well, go pour yourself drink. And
Aye.
whatever food we can find.
Abaddon's like, I'll go find some food. She goes and
I can always have two boyfriends. I don't gotta have just one.
so you all make yourselves at home, obviously, or not, this is your home. What about Auric? Are you just leaving him on the first floor?
Sounds so terrible.
Yeah, he's heavy. Yeah, we don't want to bring him up the stairs.
Okay. Is there anything else that you're doing in the meantime? Otherwise, I'll just skip ahead to when Garmier comes back.
I don't think so.
Okay. Takes about 20-25 minutes, but eventually Garmier does come back through the front door. You hear the door unlock and then locks it. And he says, well, so they're sending the acolyte Millicent. She's a bit slow. A little on the older side for human, I think. Looks to be in her 90s, so I left her.
To be that young again.
Indeed, cousin. You imagine.
We were rambunctious boys at 90.
Yes. Strotha was barely a twinkle that time. So you lost one. Interesting.
Aye,
So
the assassin had to have been following us. Waited until after we thought we lost this one, pointing at Zan.
I mean, obviously we were all distracted and upset.
Came in the dead of night,
We can have our guard down.
silent as a ghost.
Well, the price has doubled since you left. 10,000 gold pieces to whoever could bring back Auric Firesong.
Fetched themselves quite a prize.
Everyone's been knocking on the door non-stop since you left. The Flaming Fist came with an updated writ. I threw it in the trash. Not worth keeping it up.
Have to put a sign saying he's not here.
Hmm.
Or say he's dead. Fine, we won't be lying.
I mean, they think he's dead. They got his pinky finger.
We don't know how long they'll take this assassin to claim the bounty. And how long it'll take for word to spread that it's no longer valid, that it's been claimed.
What do you know of the assassin? Did any of you see them?
Nah. Humanoid shaped. Very fast. Cloaked. Poofed away and the smell, leaving a smell of sulfur.
Sulfur.
Was it like an egg monster?
Never seen an egg monster.
Garmir
Say it,
bends
Mark
down.
monster.
He lifts up the the canvas or whatever you have covering Auric, and he looks at him, and then puts it back down. He says, "We should bring him upstairs." He looks at everybody like,
Aye.
looks like you were not. Come on, cousin, let's go.
Oh, very well, very well.
Yeah. The two of you together hoist him up and lead him up, or not lead him, but bring Auric's body up the stairs.
Weekend at Bernie's him.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's not wearing his armor or anything, so he's not that heavy for two dwarves. But you bring him up the stairs, and Garmir actually he directs you, like he leads you right into the room with the big bed that Dratha is on, and he lies Auric down next to her on the bed. And he says, "So did you find what the wizard was looking for?"
Aye. In the belly of a multi-mouthed beastie.
Did you kill it?
Oh, of course we killed it.
You could have run. You could have found it and run.
Ah, that has not been my style.
The orb was inside of it.
Aye. And when this one here touched it, poof, gone.
Where did you go?
I was transported to the Feywild. Apparently, that is my native plane.
Your native plane.
Apparently, that's where I was born.
Garmir looks at you, Erdnot,
Oh shit.
and he's like, "You travel with a unique crew this time, cousin. Unique."
Full of surprises.
I'm gonna go wait for the cleric downstairs.
Aye.
He heads down.
Whoa.
Avedon and Vidania have followed you. You guys are all in the same area. So several more minutes pass, and then finally you can hear the sound of the front door unlocking.
In that time, Ernot would have gone to gather payment.
Okay.
And I just have a question.
Yeah.
What would Micaiah know about the Feywilds? Like, how much would she know? Because I know about it, because I've read about it myself, but I don't want to mix that up with what she would actually be aware of.
So kind of general knowledge of the Feywild is a little bit of what Zan said. It's an unusual plane. Time passes differently there. There are it's ruled by a couple of sisters that There are like the beautiful ones and the not so beautiful ones, and oh, we got a bum down.
Shit.
And the when you leave, oftentimes you will forget what occurred when you were in the Feywild. It's kind of a mysterious place to go. Micaiah has never been there, so she only has heard things. But all different types of creatures live there, and it's a very complicated place. But also people like dream about going there because it seems so exotic and
So all different types of creatures live there, not just elves?
yes, all different types.
Oh.
Yep.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Oh,
It's another plane of existence.
Yep. It's like
it's
a
like a
parallel,
whole other like a parallel universe. Okay.
sorta, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, it is supposed to be like described as kind of
shit.
like
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey,
Hey.
thank you, Bearded Fortress.
Thank you very much.
it is supposed to be described. I think it is described as kind of like a mirror to the material plane, but like
Mhm.
it's got like a
Things are
dreamy
different sometimes.
haziness to it.
Yeah.
I believe is how it's described.
Interesting.
Like it's a dream.
Like a dream world.
I mean, I'm sure the people who live there probably see it regular, but I think if you're from
It's
outside, it's
Almost
appears
think
almost
of it
dreamy.
as Wonderland. Things would be strange to us, but
yeah,
the people in Wonderland think it's totally
sense.
natural.
Right. So basically, like, you had dinner with, like, the Mad Hatter and the Cheshire Cat and stuff.
And it was totally normal.
Yeah.
He gave him new clothes and
Absolutely
did his hair.
Yep. Yeah, so Micaiah's never been there, so it'd all be like kind of things that she's heard, but
Just heard. Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
all kinds of fantastical things. So oh, extra ticket, ain't welcome. So, oh, you guys are gonna make me do this too. You asked for it. So, Garmir, you hear the sounds of the door unlocking downstairs and some hushed tones and talking, and then the door closing and locking back up, and then you can hear the shuffling of feet as up the stairs comes a hunched over, very, very dark-skinned human woman with gray and black hair. You recognize her as she is the acolyte who performed the de-aging ritual on Arik back when you first arrived in Baldur's Gate a couple months ago.
I thought so.
And she kind of shuffles up. She's wearing these she's got this like gray and black curly, lightly frizzy kind of afro a little bit. She walks very slowly and gingerly up the stairs and down the hall, and she's carrying this very simple brown satchel of supplies by her side, and she's kind of shuffling, taking her time. Garmir is walking behind her. They're almost the same size, even though you can tell that when Millicent was older, she was probably quite tall, but now she's hunched over. And he just comes, he's behind her, not quite touching her, but has that like kind of hovering hand behind her back just in case she were to fall. And she rounds the corner and sees all of you, and she's like, "Oh, it's a right party in here." She heads over. It's a very small room. She's like,
How's her bum looking?
so as she
Just wondering.
As-
For a friend.
Bony.
that's
got you.
exactly what I was gonna say. So as she turns, you get a quick you catch a quick glimpse of her very nondescript kind of almost like a wearing a brown paper bag. Just very, very boring looking robes that she's wearing. You'd never know that she's an acolyte of Timora, as she has kept it her garb very simple. But in a moment, she shifts and she's trying to like pull the bag up over her shoulder, and the cloth like clings to her back, and you can see just bone. Like there is no ass. It's just a little bone protrusion that's kind of like sticking out from the brown satchel as she pulls it up over her head, and it's a little bit pitiful because you're like, oh man, this woman is like
Must never sit.
right at the end. As it pulls tightly against you, like it's just she's skin and bones. There is no more. If there was a booty, it's long gone. And she pulls the sack.
We need a ritual for that booty.
Over.
We need a form of ritual for that booty. Bring back the booty.
And she's like, "Oh, hold on." And she starts twerking. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's canon now. Millicent twerks. Heard that starts doing that.
So
Bring
she
my meat.
she's like, "I'm getting my ritual dance on right now. You have to feel the love of the Lady of Luck." So she comes over.
Like we should get advantage. We got her loosened up, so she's like in the ritualistic spirit. She's ready to go. I mean,
She's
She's like
already
Yoda.
there.
The force is flowing through her, so now she can like move unnaturally spry.
Yeah, exactly, right?
So she comes over and she sees Dratha, and she's like, "Oh." And then she goes over and she goes over to Arik first, and she pulls the scarf that you kind of have wrapped around his eyes to hold the coins and the salt in place. And when she does, she's like, "Oh, honey, I remember you. Oh, bad luck this one, huh?" She looks at,
Aye,
yeah.
perhaps the goddess could bless him a little.
Perhaps. That's,
He names it. He's always dying or half dying or something.
yeah. Although I would say she already has blessed him. The fact that I'm here. Oh shit! Thank you for the raid.
Whoa, party of 31.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you for the raid.
Holy.
Hello again.
Holy cow, thank
Hi.
you so much. We're
Come
just
on,
getting,
sit down.
bring
We're
back
just,
a
we're just
character
resurrecting
and-
people.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
starting a resurrection here. I mean, you're just
This
coming
was
in
supposed
at
to
the
be
perfect
somber,
time.
but wow, you guys are making
I mean, we were.
hard
I
to
mean,
be somber.
It's supposed to be somber before
You had a
the
95-year-old woman
lady.
twerking.
Yeah, it started
That's my new favorite
Yeah.
follower because their name is Wicked Clever because they used
Oh,
Wicked.
okay.
So yep.
So,
Wicked.
so she looks and she says, "I would say Timora has already blessed him. Wouldn't you?"
Yeah, I mean, I'm his girlfriend.
That's sweet. I meant the fact that you're all here and you have the materials to bring him back.
Well, that too. I mean, as well.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this one, and she comes over and she unties the whatever. Actually, I don't think Dratha had anything. So she just lifts the
I only tied the clothes to his head
Yeah.
because he was 2 days being dragged behind a pig.
So she takes the coins off of Dratha's eyes, and this was the first time you have actually been able to see, and or not, as you look down at your daughter lying there. Her eyes are open, just staring up at the ceiling, and you could sort of see it before, but the coins were not being removed, and so she pulls the coins off, and you hear like just a little sigh from Millicent, as Dratha's eyes are just looking straight up at the ceiling, and all around the whites are just this like muddy brown color from what appears to be potentially like burst blood vessels in her eyes. And Millicent looks her over, she kind of like touches her skin and she says, "Oh," and she looks at you, Erdnot. Because clearly there's a family resemblance there. And like, this one's real close. I'm glad that you came to get me when you did. Poison?
We think so, yeah.
Mm.
Would you be able to identify it?
Only if you have some of it with you. Maybe.
Hmm.
This looks
About
very
in the boy's
unpleasant.
blood. He was poisoned, right? Too.
Who?
When Roy, Eric, when he was shanked to death, he also was poisoned.
Oh, yeah.
Would you be able to identify it from his blood if it was?
We can't do it from the blood. We can do it from the poison itself.
Modern television has lied to me.
Hmm.
What is this television you speak of? I'm not familiar with
They
it.
don't have that in the Feywilds, I guess.
No.
We got it
The
down south,
gods
though.
say we'll love it someday.
So she looks back at Dratha, and then she looks back at you, Erdnot, and she's like, "What a sad way to go." So, the easiest way for me to do this is actually if you could turn their bodies so that their heads are at the foot of the bed, so I can reach both of them at the same time.
All right, very well.
That's what she said.
So-
I had to do it for you, Lauren. I love you, girl.
So Garmir helps as you guys are shift the bodies so that both of the heads are at the foot of the bed and staring up at the ceiling. And Millicent looks over and she says, "The diamonds."
Did Abaddon have him in the bag of holding? Or...
Yes.
Right.
Abaddon steps forward and you see her hand. She's like, "Bye, I'll miss you." She hands the diamonds over to the little old lady. She takes them and she looks at all of you and she says, "So I'm going to complete both rituals at once. I'm going to need your help. The souls are on a journey. There's always a chance that they have zipped along to reach the end quickly and excitedly. If that's the case, we're too late. You would have to go to the ethereal plane or wherever they are and try to convince them to come back. And good luck with that. But if they are still on the move, taking their time, they can still turn around. But you've got to convince them. Okay? It's important." She looks at everybody. And then she
Alright.
shuffles over to the end of the bed, and you see her, she kind of like tisks a little bit, and then she puts a diamond on each of their foreheads with both of her hands resting on each of their foreheads, covering the diamond so that you can't see it. The diamonds are not actually huge. They're, probably like an inch or so in diameter, not even that big, but she puts them down on their foreheads, and then you can hear her she starts to pray, and at first it's this like little whisper, and then it rises into a song. Hold on, I'll change my music. So she begins to kind of sing along a little bit as she closes her eyes, and she then like kind of opens them and looks up to the ceiling, And then after a moment, she stops. And then she gestures over to you, Erdnot, leaving the diamonds just sitting right in the center of each of their foreheads. And she gestures over to you and she says, "Come here, honey. Speak to her soul. Call her back. Her journey is almost over. And it's quite tempting to continue towards the end when you're that close. Tell her why she should come back." And then she steps over to the side.
Dratha, my sweet hop flower, you must return. You did not die a heroic or honorable death. You'll be waiting outside the gates of the Great Hall until next of kin arrives. And who knows how long that will be. Return. Your children need your strong hand. You must come and watch their glories. Watch them pass their skill on to their next of kin.
Tell her you love her.
Millicent kind of elbows you a little bit, Micaiah. She's like, "Really? Not yet? That was what I was getting at."
Like, add some feeling. You can do it.
Maybe make it a little bit more personal.
Yeah,
Not.
make it personal. I love you.
No, personal to you, not personal to her and her glories. Why do you want her back, Daddykins?
Find out who tried to kill her.
Oh my goodness. It's like trying to teach emotions to a brick wall.
This is a very emotional moment. Can't you see I'm almost in tears?
No, I can't. Listen, Dratha, if you can hear me, he does love you a lot. He's just an idiot and he won't say it. But he does, and that's why he wants you back. Come on back. Come on back.
Dratha,
Come on.
return so you can deal with humans and elves as long as I've had to.
Oh, you love us.
In the strangest way, I did miss you, Erdnot. Really.
In the strangest way.
Millicent is like, "Okay." And she gestures over to Garmir. She's like, "Come on." And Garmir steps over, and he
I bet he's gonna say he loves her.
He puts his hand on Dratha's cold, unmoving hand, and then he kind of squeezes it a little bit, and he says, "Cousin, baby Dratha, your time is not done here. Please come and help us bring justice to our clan. Please come back. You are needed here. Your husband will be lost. And Story needs you. Journey back, little one."
That's what I said.
Yeah.
No, that was sweeter than yours.
And
Sorry.
He puts his hand.
Garmir has always been the more sentimental one.
That's why I like him better.
He wipes a little tear
Just kidding,
away,
just kidding.
little tear away from his eye, and he slaps you hard on the back, or not. Like does that like grabbing of your shoulder thing that men do when they're trying to be
I know exactly
men.
what you're talking about. It's what's funny.
And then Millicent steps forward and she says, "Is there anyone else who'd like to say something?"
To Dratha?
To Dratha.
Well, I did say it before, so I guess that was my piece.
Okay.
Daddy loves you. Come home. Real fast now.
She steps over to where Arik is. She says, "Again, he is more recently gone from the plane, but you will want to speak to him to bring him back. Does anyone want to speak to?"
I
She steps back.
I have something to say. Zan will walk up, take a knee next to his fallen friend, and do that thing where he puts his hand on the other guy's shoulder.
You know the thing that men do?
I'm not going to talk about in the brutal way you were taken. I know you'll want revenge for that. I'm not going to talk about that evil lord who put this into motion. What I'm going to do is remind you, you made a promise to a girl. She's waiting for you. You have to come back. Not for yourself, not for an assassin or a lord. You have to come back for her. You made that promise. Now keep it, Auric Firestrong.
Or not.
Literally, I felt like I was watching a movie. So good. Did you write that down before you said it?
Erdna, I'll have you
Nope.
make a persuasion
Right on.
check. And Zan also a persuasion check.
Watch him. I just blew my one nat 20.
Yeah, it's a love square. I mean, it's basically.
Can I roll intimidation? I mean, I'm proficient in that.
No.
Yeah, 9.
I know. He thinks he loves somebody else. He just doesn't realize he loves me yet. It's okay,
So,
Grandpa. Someday he'll realize.
that's a 24 for Zan.
Oh! I is just gonna lean down and say what he said.
Millicent looks around at everybody else and says, anyone else? The more you talk to him, the more likely. It can't come from me. It can't come from me.
Boy, I don't know what gods you're floating to, but you have business to take care of here. I don't know if they let you take heads with you, but you have more heads to collect here. Now get back here now.
Oh, Ernie. That's not gonna encourage him to come back.
Why? He
Taking
loves heads.
He does love heads, but he loves me more. Come back for me. Come back. Don't you want to hear my pretty songs? I know you got a girl. I know you got a girl that's waiting for you. I'm just gonna wait that one out, see how that one goes. We all know it's gonna just not go anywhere. So I'll be here when it's over.
You see
Come back.
Millicent is like,
you know
oh,
you want me
honey.
to change into. You know you want me to change into a dire wolf again.
Oh,
And I can make that happen as soon as I take a long rest.
and Millicent is like, oh, I don't. Kids these days, right? Kids these days. She looks at you, Erdna. She's like, ooh, okay.
I don't know what kids are into.
Well, I don't think I want to know, honestly.
I just need you to come back. You know you're not done here. You got so much left to do. And Zan is back. Can you believe it? Zan is back. You don't need any other reason except that. Come back.
All right, Micaiah, make a persuasion check.
Ooh, I actually get to roll dice. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, slightly persuasive.
Oh, another that bum now. Okay. So,
Eric jumps up and Micaiah looks at his bum. Describe what you see.
So Millicent looks at everybody in the room, and she's like, "Okay, we will see how you all did. The rest is up to me." So she steps back over.
Am I allowed to give her guidance? Is that allowed?
I mean, you can. If you want to.
I want to. You get a D4, DM.
All right.
Welcome.
So, how are you giving her guidance? Is that a touch thing?
Yes.
Okay. So you reach out and touch Millicent, and she feels the warmth, and she kind of looks at you, and she gives a little smile. It's kind of like a like it's almost like a sad smile as she's beginning to do her chant, and then like puts her hands back on their foreheads, kind of like. And you see her begin to, like, she closes her eyes, she begins to chant, she begins to sing, and then again she faces up and her eyes open, and she's singing like out into this room, which is a very, very small room. It's just the one bed with the two bodies laid out on it, staring up at the ceiling. Garmir steps back a little bit in the room, looking very sad. This is not obviously the way that a dwarf should go, and he's not familiar with Arik enough to like super care. If anything, he's kind of like because he's the whole reason why all of this happened in the first place. So Garmir is mostly staring at Dratha. Abaddon and Vidania standing quietly in the room. Abaddon has a couple little tears. And Millicent chants away here. I'm going to make some rolls.
Roll it good.
Okay.
Oh, is that good or bad?
Well, I rolled a 9, so that's bad.
So,
I am so scared.
she continues to chant, and she gets like, it's almost like her voice like rises into this long held note for a couple of seconds, and then it comes down, and she lifts her hands off of their foreheads, and when she does, you can see that the diamonds are no longer there, and she steps back, and at first there's no change. You just still see Dratha and Arik both staring up at the ceiling, and then you're all like kind of holding your breath as you're there, and you can see Millicent is also, she's not as pensive as the rest of you, but she does have a little moment of like, okay, waiting to see, like, not this full confidence that you might hope for from the person who is raising your family members back. But as you watch, you see the color begins to return to the face of Arik Firesong, as his eyes that were open, they actually like close very slowly, and you see him start to breathe very quietly, just sleeping. And Millicent just nods her head a little bit in his direction. Dratha still lies there, her eyes just staring up open to the ceiling. And Millicent stays very quiet, just standing over. She takes a step forward and just is standing there and puts her hands on Dratha's shoulders. And after what feels like an eternity, but it's probably only another minute, Dratha's eyes also just very slowly close. And you see her chest begin to slowly rise and fall, and then her color begins to change back to this disembodied.
Millicent, you did it!
like, oh no, honey, you all did
Oh
it.
my
You all
gosh.
did it. It wasn't just me. They don't come back if they have nothing to come back for. And you see her color comes back, or not similar to your color, a little bit different, a little bit lighter. And then
Her mama wasn't as pink as her not.
Arik, you are asleep in this moment, but I'm gonna bring your cam back, if that's okay.
Put your pants on.
Never.
So Millicent looks over, she starts to gather up her things, and she they both sleep on the bed, and Millicent looks over at you, Erdnot, and she says, she was nearly gone, dear. Good job, Dad. Now she will sleep for about 2 days. He will probably be awake in a few hours. During that time, she should be kept hydrated. When she wakes, she will be quite hungry, but start small and simple. No alcohol. No alcohol. She will be uncomfortable and very tired for many days. Perhaps a full 10 days. Let her rest. Make her rest, if you must. One of you, and she points to all the ladies in the room, or at least the female presenting in the room, should help her with any bodily requirements until she's strong enough to make it to the privy on her own. And give her some of this. And she reaches into her satchel, and she takes out a small vial of this clear liquid. She hands it over to you, Erdnot. And she says, Celestial Breath Deliquescent. 1 drop of this oil under her tongue, just a drop. It will help. Any questions?
Thank you. Erdnot looks at the rest.
She says, he will also need to recover, but his soul was not as far gone as hers. Our smiling lady appreciates any additional donation that you may believe is deserving, given our services provided on this glorious and most lucky of days. She stands there.
Micaiah's gonna elbow Avedon to take out some gems or something from the bag.
She says, would you prefer to pay now for the services, or include it with the donation at a later date, which we can send you a writ bill?
We're gonna splat it all up now.
Okay. So she looks over, she says, and who will be paying? Is that you, Mr. Brewbottle?
Aye.
The total is 3,500 gold for the resurrection of your fine daughter, and 1,500 gold for the resurrection of your companion.
How much for the booty dance that you gave us?
Oh, that's free.
Is that free?
That's free, honey. Anytime.
All right, can you do it again before we leave?
Yeah. So you see her. She's like, I'll do it right now. She's
For a
like,
job well done.
I might be old, but I still have some pep in my step. And she pulls her her robes a little bit tighter so you can get a good look at that. The two little
She tied it in a little knot in the front.
the two little butt bones that are sticking out from the
Butt
side.
bones.
And
That's the word of the week. Butt bones.
you see her,
Butt
she
bones.
starts going like
There
this.
we
She's like,
I like it. Or twerk. Either one.
Oh, chat, you decide. Word of the week: butt bones or twerk. I prefer butt
Ooh, I
bones.
like to dance.
I vote butt bones.
Heavy on the shoulders though. We're gonna get more of the booty.
I can't. If I could, I would move my thing and show you. She does that little shimmy where her one leg is in place, but then her other leg kind of
Oh, that one.
turns
The
her
circle
around.
thing.
Yeah.
Can Arik just crack open an eye and just witness this and just see who it is and just kind of go, We've got to stop meeting like this, sweetheart, and just let that other eye close. Because that's the same thing you said, right? It's the same
Kai's just
woman.
gonna go
Yeah, it's
next
the
to him
same.
now.
It's the same old lady that helped you
Yes,
before.
it's the same lady.
See, she's my sweetheart. She saved me twice. That old lady.
I have that much gold, right? You said there was like
She's
only
really good
there's only
dancer.
10 grand left in here after Garmir spent
No,
all my money.
he spent 10 grand. So however much you
okay.
had, yes, it's gonna be what, 5,000 gold for this entire ordeal.
I don't have the file up of how much I had to begin with, but
It
Oh,
would,
wow.
We definitely have that, right?
yeah, you have, yeah, he has 5,000 in his savings for sure. Keeping in mind you'll have to do some math or whatever because Garmir has been paying your people up through, for the past 10 days. So anyway.
yeah, I have a whole thing in here with the amount.
Yeah.
But
So and then any additional donation that you may want to provide to the so like you hand her the coin up to the total.
Zan will hand her an additional 50 gold coins.
May Timora bless you with luck and good fortune.
As
did
you
we hand her
have
the handful of jewels?
saved my friend many times. Thank you.
Yeah, Micaiah made Abaddon hand her some gems.
Okay, we'll mark that off. She gives her a little. She like looks at all of you, and then you're starting to get familiar with like the little tell when Bob is talking to her, and you hear her go like, "Yeah, I know." And she like hands it off to Millicent. She's like, "Take good care of it, okay? Take good care of them." And Millicent's like, "Of course, honey, of course." Of course. And puts everything in her satchel.
We are once again grateful for you and your services.
May Lady Luck smile upon you as she does to me every day.
She did to us today. You gave us 2 dances. And we got back 2 of our peeps. Good job. Good job, Millie.
Oh, I
Yeah,
hope
Grant.
she has a sister named Vanilli.
Garmir offers to walk her back, and she's like, "No,
That's a
no."
90s reference for you kids.
Like, no, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. If you walk me back, it'll just point out the fact that I'm rolling in dough, I'm swimming in it.
Careful, because that's how they try to catch you riding dirty,
I know. So she heads out down the steps, and you all have a sleeping Auric Firesong and sleeping Dratha both in the bed next to each other, but Garmir comes over and he again rests his arm or his hand on Erdnot's shoulder. He's like, "She's back, cousin. She's back."
Aye, good day. It's good day.
You should let them know down in Veer Plains. Since last they heard she was gone, they might have gotten that note by now.
We'll write up a new one. Send it straight away.
I can go do that now.
Good. Thank you, cousin.
He goes over and you see him. He squeezes Dratha's hand again, and then he heads out of the. You know what's really annoying is I always have these like scenes ready for you guys, and then I forget to activate them. So, anyway,
Oh, it's so cute.
I know I spend quite a bit of time
It's adorable.
pulling these things together, and then I forget to put them up.
Wow, that bed looks so good. I could hop right in it right now.
I could definitely see a 90-year-old woman just shaking her ass, dancing around that thing.
Totally.
As I just lay there all. Ugh.
So it's
I'm picturing like dancing like the creepy old guy in the old Six Flags commercials, like super crazy spry.
Yep.
so
That commercial was freaky. That was definitely a girl in that old man costume.
Oh yeah. The heavy makeup.
100%.
You could tell when they would like zoom in. I remember distinctly there's like one scene where they're like on the like the roller coaster, and when like you see the face, like, oh, that's a chick in heavy makeup.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that you are doing while they are sleeping? Or would you like to wait for...
Ernot's gonna make sure nobody's really looking at him, and he walks over and he kisses her forehead and just puts his hand there.
Does Micaiah see?
Did Zan see that?
Everybody's gonna
Micaiah
see.
wants
You're in
to
a
have
very
seen.
small
No,
room.
everybody was walking
Yes.
out. Everybody was leaving
No,
the room.
no,
They're like
No,
the
only
rest.
Millicent was leaving.
Oh, only she was leaving.
And
Okay, well,
Garmier. Garmier left.
He was doing all everybody was looking the other direction.
Roll a
No,
stealth
or
check.
not.
Roll a stealth check.
Ernot's so afraid to be a loving father. He's just.
Only in front of outsiders.
Oh,
I
don't
do,
know.
Graham. I do have a mustache. That's all I have now. I shaved the beard, and I just have a big fancy mustache.
Zan and Vidania both see. Vidania would never let you know that she saw, but Zan, you did see. You do see Erdnot kiss the forehead of his daughter lying in the bed.
Zan won't say anything.
Damn it.
Dude, A Falcone. Then Ernot turns away.
Oh, he's kissing it her
and
forehead.
peck-
Oh.
You see, A Falcone says, and then Ernot turns away and pecks a
Night,
kiss on
Beluga.
our face. For some reason, I feel like he would do that so hard, though. Like he would do it like so hard that it would be like it would just like smack. It would be like more like a headbutt with his face.
Which is like two pachycephalosaurs just blam.
He'd be like, glad you're okay, man.
Fucking bushwhacker brothers. Wham!
Glad you're alive now, man.
I just pick up his hand and we just start.
Yeah. Now he is.
So, are you waiting for Arik to wake up, or what are you?
Micaiah's right next to his side.
Okay.
Don't leave him.
So,
He was gonna. Was he gonna wake up right? It was Dratha. It was like 2 days, and I
Dratha
forgot
is
how long she
out.
said for him.
Yes, Dratha is.
They said he could be like hours.
She's like a 10-day or something like that,
It-
right?
it-
10 days to recover.
Yeah, it's like
2
a 10
days.
day to recover.
Like,
Holy
Oh, what the hell?
Holy.
Eagly.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Crap.
Oh my god.
Holy.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hi.
You just missed a resurrection and a 900-year-old woman doing a booty dance twerk.
She was only
Oh,
95,
maybe
but
90.
wow, thank you so much.
Wow,
That was
thank
great.
you so much.
Holy crap. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah.
This is the most.
Thank you for the follow.
We have 143 viewers right now.
Holy crap, that's the most we've ever had.
We've never
Thank
had
you.
even
Never
over
had a
100.
read
What
that.
the hell is happening right now?
Oh,
You guys are, whoa,
See it.
the
We went to
follows.
a parallel universe,
You guys are
and then
awesome.
You came back and brought viewers with you. Is that what happened?
Holy crap, you guys are amazing.
We spent the last
my
week
God.
thinking that
What is
Sam
Oh,
was
wow.
dead. And now all of a sudden he comes
Holy-
back. Our other dead dude gets resurrected. Old lady dances for us. My daughter gets resurrected. And then all of a sudden these fucking people come. It is truly fucking magic. It's a world of magic.
This is a magic episode.
Oh my god, my mind is.
that's incredible.
Yeah, this is like
I can take a
crazy.
screenshot.
You guys are
Thank
really
you so
awesome.
much for the
Thank you.
follows.
Yeah,
Oh my
seriously.
god.
All you new followers, we do have giveaways.
Yes.
So
Yes,
um,
we do.
Yes.
DM can explain how that works for you.
Wow. Thank you so much for the follows, everybody.
Thank
They
you
are still
so
coming.
much.
Thank you so much. This is crazy.
Oh, blown
You-
away
you
right now.
guys-
Small
so
stream
wow.
love. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Wow.
You are amazing.
So much love.
You're breathtaking, all of you.
Honestly, and several of us had like the worst day today. No
No,
lie. Before the
seriously,
game,
like,
like we literally were
yeah.
like, oh my god, I had the worst day. Can't wait to play D&D. And then, been an amazing night of play. We got 2 of our players came back. I
There was
cried.
tears.
I
Yeah.
literally
There was
cried.
literal
Yeah.
tears like earlier.
IRL
I mean,
did not know that was gonna happen.
There's a Milli
Thank
Vanilli
you.
reference.
Couldn't even control it.
Thank you so much
Started
for the
crying.
follows, everybody.
Now all this, I want to cry again. It's crazy.
nothing but happy
Shelwyn.
cries tonight.
No,
Just
oh,
happy
yeah.
cries.
Thank you, Shelwyn.
Only
Holy
happy
sh-
cries.
You can actually
So
either
much.
give 1d4 advantage to 3 players, or you can do a reroll and 1 advantage, or 1d4 inspiration. Sorry. So you can let us know who you would like. Thank you so much. And every bit goes to the inspiration bar that's just below me right here, and the party will get closer and closer to being inspired. Thank you so much, everybody. That's crazy.
Yeah,
So-
this is crazy.
That's incredible.
That was as cool and as fun as when we got our first hype train a couple
Oh,
weeks ago.
yeah.
couple weeks ago.
That
Yeah.
was
Like that was we got it. I don't even know what this does. I understand I understand raids and following. I just didn't quite understand the hype train, but that was cool, and so was this massive raid.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you
can't
so
tell you
much.
how crazy it is to look at that little viewer red number right there and see that that has 3
It's
digits.
3
I know.
digits. Like
I couldn't.
you guys.
I mean,
DM's
that
choice.
was nuts.
All right.
I love that name. My ancestors milled ham.
Yeah, so
Thank you so much for the
That is
follows.
Best screen name
Fantastic.
of the night.
Shelwyn,
I think it is.
I will divvy it up between. I'll roll some dice and I'll divvy that up. Thank you so much.
I'm
Awesome.
gonna divvy it up between Micaiah and Micaiah and Micaiah.
Okay. Thank you
Between
so
those
much
3.
for the biddies.
Narc,
Thank you.
Narc platypus.
Cumbertonian.
Platypus is my favorite animal.
Oh, we need to find a situation where she can wild shape into a platypus.
Yes, I want to so
Absolutely.
badly. Just
So
hasn't had much of a use right now to be able to, be a mammal and lay eggs.
Can I
Doesn't
just
come in handy right now, but it might.
say, can we fastball special that? Like, so like I pick you up and you're just an angry platypus, like just a duck beaver, and I just throw you at somebody so you can scratch the hell out of
And
them.
then I want to turn it to
Well,
Perry the platypus
aren't
and be.
Yes.
Platypuses also poisonous?
Venomous. Yep,
Yeah,
they're
they
venomous.
Yes, they are.
we'd have to see what that stat bar
Perry the platypus.
Yes, I'm so glad you
And
said that.
They're also
He's the
one of the only
best.
mammals that give birth to eggs, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
they lay eggs, but they have
They are a
Egg-laying
fascinating creature.
That's why
Yeah.
I love them, because they're like a mix, like me. Like I feel like I'm not a woman or a man. I'm just like,
You're your own.
not really sure
a
exactly. I'm a
platypus.
platypus. I'm a platypus, and I love that about myself.
So
All platypuses in the world.
They
so
sweat.
Platypi? I don't
No
know. Is it
nipples.
platypi?
Wow.
These platypi.
we're gonna learn all kinds
Platy-
of platypus.
I think the next shirt I have to draw is like an adventuring platypus.
There's Micaiah.
And for not to give it
have
nipples.
a platypus winking. So
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god.
so Micaiah. So I'll just close out with this anyway. Micaiah, you're sitting down on the bed next to Arik. Arik, a couple of hours goes by, and people are coming, going from the room. Vidania and Abaddon kind of hang out downstairs with Garmir, eating and chatting a little bit. I don't know what Zan and Erdnot are doing.
Erdnot is probably sitting by Dratha's side for a bit.
So on like either side of the bed, you've got Micaiah sitting next to Arik and Erdnot sitting next to Dratha.
And he'd be writing in his black book.
What's
Zen will be tending the fire while his friends are tending to a fallen.
Micaiah doing?
The platypus dance.
Yes.
Tolerating.
No, Micaiah just is sort of like looking down at Arik, and she's kind of like remembering like all different memories and things that they've been through, and thinking about how she could have lost him and lost Zan, and how everything's just changed in the last 24 hours, from complete despair to hopefulness. And Erdnot has his daughter back. She's just like reflecting on everything.
So a couple of hours goes by, and Arik, you feel your eyes open again, and like looking, your view is of a ceiling that you do not recognize. But as your like vision is kind of blurred and it starts to come back to you, you see a familiar shape sitting right next to you, and your eyes like flutter open and look over, and you can see sitting right next to you is Micaiah.
There was much rejoicing.
Thank you for the follow. Lying down on the other side of you, to your left, is Dratha Brewbottle. And next to her, obviously, is her father, though he's not looking at you. He's currently writing in something, but you look over, and Micaiah, she was kind of looking off at the wall for the moment when your eyes opened, but then Micaiah, you look down and you can see that Arik has awakened.
Seeing as I can't see and everything's blurry, and Arik is extremely weak, I'm assuming at this point, and he just sees a blur, he's gonna reach up and just reach towards the face, with a weak arm, and just try to like touch it, just trying to touch anything that he can from where he's been. He has no idea where he is or who's around him.
Any mistakes? My face for my boob. No, just kidding.
Or the other
Just
way
kidding.
around.
Just kidding. Oh, you're the other way around.
Well,
Going for the boob, catches the face.
Well,
Ah,
the
I
truth-
really hope
wait.
Micaiah says
Oh my gosh, Erdy, look.
sickness.
Zan, look.
I like the
God,
she
she's awake.
she
grabbed my boob.
turns. I was gonna say, his hand is here, and she's like, "Oh my God, everyone, look!
He's
He's
a-
alive! He's alive!"
My boob.
This is
He's
the
awake,
softest
guys.
face I've ever felt.
You've been eating a lot since I've been dead, haven't you? Yes, I've been eating my feelings. I missed you. No, but for real, guys, look, he's awake.
Zan will walk
Micaiah's just
towards the
gonna
bed.
hug you.
Or now we'll get up and walk over. He goes,
Guys,
can you hear me, boy?
Yes. I'm probably suffocating you.
Ara can hear, but he can't see very well. So he'll just, yes, I hear you. What happened?
The bounty on you was collected.
Apparently, I leave for 5 minutes and you go and get yourself killed.
Oh, yeah.
And Zan
It's back.
puts a hand on Arik's shoulder, as guys do.
Just like this.
As men
Oh.
tend to do.
Guys,
It's,
too.
Was
it's
this guy's meant-
like 3 fingers, really. Like the palm is off. It's just kind of hovering.
Well,
Like a little.
again, Ara can't see, so he's gonna reach up with his hand, and he's gonna apparently put 2 fingers, because he doesn't have all 3 of those ones, like you were saying. And he's gonna say, Zan, you're alive.
Yes, there'll be plenty of time to explain. Rest, friend. Gather your strength.
And with that, he's just gonna close his eyes and just fade off into sleep.
All right. I think this is a good spot to leave off and
Woo!
start up again on Saturday. So thank you so much for the wonderful raid and
Wow. Yes.
all the
that's
follows. Blew our minds. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
you guys are amazing.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
that was
Time
crazy.
to talk about the Patreon again, real quick, to all
Oh,
the
yes.
new people
So
that are
all
still watching?
All the new
Oh,
people,
yes.
if you enjoy our story, we've got our Patreon. You can jump in and get extras and backstory and lore and all of that fun stuff. We play on Tuesdays and Saturdays, the main campaign. I don't know that we're starting the other one, so you haven't sat with me to set anything up in Foundry, but
That's why I'm thinking next week, but there will be a Patreon only little side campaign that will be coming
yes.
in the next weeks.
Yes. So yeah, come join us on Saturdays. Learn more about the Bums of Greenest. You can catch our VODs on YouTube, and we offer a lot of interaction with the story. You can give inspiration. You can give revivifies. You can
Come chat with us on the Discord.
and you can
definitely.
make us describe butts. So that's a thing that we do.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely come
Even
and hang
bony
out.
ones.
So definitely come and hang out in the Discord, because I feel like it makes everyone's day.
Yeah.
Like
is
everybody.
fun.
When we've got like a bunch of people in there talking about whatever, you know what I mean?
We
Like,
share art, we share memes.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's good to
Everything, really.
Yep.
General
We
chatting.
get-
shoot
D&D
the shit.
creation, character creation.
And if we get like some slow moments, we do a how was that? We do a role play on there, like what do they call it? The adventure continues.
Downtime.
Mhm.
Yep, the downtime role play, the adventure continues. So we get in there and we do some like side conversations that we might not be able to have time for on here, or like little snippets and stuff like that. So that's always fun for you guys to go check out if you're interested.
So did we decide on a word of the week?
Did we?
Butt
What-
bone.
what-
Oh,
was it
butt
butt bone?
bones. Okay.
Or
Word of
was
the
it
week.
twerk?
For all the locals out
It
there
was
who
either-
happen to catch us, we're in the South Coast, Massachusetts
Oh,
area.
butt bones.
And the word of the week is butt bones. So you can go to the Armory in Fairhaven, Tabletop Games in Westport, and or New England Comics in New Bedford. Enter in the NAT30s jar at the front desk, and it's butt bones. Just saying it again.
Butt bones. That's
Butt
gonna be a
bones.
fun
Don't-
one to work.
Don't
into
ask
the
questions.
conversation
Just
on.
Just
write
write
it
it
down on
down.
a
You
piece
can-
of paper.
You can win.
Get a chance to get $10 gift certificate.
There you
No
go.
Just do it.
questions asked.
So we are going to take
Oh, and
our-
also,
Oh, go ahead.
just because there's so many new people, I'm gonna plug the merch store again. So we have swag on. That's something the kids say, right? Swag still. We got shit on TeePublic, and you can go check that out. Search the NAT30s, or there you go. There's the link right there.
Me too.
Yep. And everything is on sale right now for the next till Saturday, up to 35% off. So check that out. We have some fun stuff. I was gonna retire 2 shirts because I was like 100% sure that Zan was dead, but he's back alive now. So maybe I'll not retire that other one.
Listen, no, you should still retire it. And then, like Superman, we need to do like a Zan Returns shirt.
It's like a
You know,
black.
like
Yeah,
Superman
make it.
Returns.
Yeah,
It has
But
to
it
be
needs to
black.
come back like different.
No,
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
smiling because
Like
I don't know if you know
black
this
shirts
about
with
Pat. He is beyond obsessed with Superman. So the fact
Oh,
that
I
you
do.
just proposed a
That's what I'm
Superman
saying.
shirt, he's just like he's doing that Charlie Murphy like.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because my Zan shirt is in the blue, the
Right,
traditional
yeah.
like Superman blue. So I feel like if you did it like Superman Returns and did it like black with like the blue and red like accents or something, that would be so cool.
I like it. All right, yeah,
So
Zan
you-
2024 shirt still being retired.
Initiative.
So get it while you.
Yes.
Initiative League, you and Pat can talk Superman. I'm pretty sure he has. Do you have a Superman tattoo as well?
I have no
Oh,
tattoos.
he's
shit.
got no
That's
tattoos, but he would. So
Yeah,
he's got
but
a Superman
I
tattoo in his
Still
heart.
has
Did
baby skin.
go repeatedly about 45 days my senior year of wearing a different Superman shirt without any do-overs.
I can vouch. I can absolutely vouch. And every Christmas and birthday, all I bought this kid was a new Superman hat and T-shirt combo.
Nice.
That's all I did. I literally still have.
I'm the
one. I
easiest
never gave to
gift.
him.
It really, I mean, I have a Superman alarm clock that plays the theme, but my wife doesn't let me use it anymore.
So I think we're
He
gonna.
also occasionally shaves the Superman symbol into his chest hair.
Look at our trinkets over here
That's only a special occasion.
on the stream.
I am not lying. I don't have to.
Wow.
It actually grows like that.
The trinket cup is full that way. So we're gonna take all of our viewers and we're gonna go for a raid as well. We're gonna raid DM the Mark Knight. Gonna try to raid him before he raids us because he always raids us and it's very nice of him, but we never get to return the favor. So let's grab everybody
And now we return the favor with a shit ton of
I
people
know,
and be
so
like, in your face.
we're gonna bring you to DM the Mark Knight, wonderful TTRPG, D&D, homebrew campaign, 6 campaigns all going in the same world at the same time that all like interact with each other. It's all different players and characters and everything. So totally, you should definitely follow them. They're great, and hopefully we'll see some of you back here on Saturday to continue with our story. And thank you so much, and we will see you.
The party is full again.
We'll see you. We'll see you this weekend.
Thanks for coming out, everyone.
Thank you so much,
Night.
everybody.
We hope to see you again.
Yes, hopefully we will see you on Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
9 p.m. Saturday, come back.
All right.
Buy our shirts. Join our Patreon.
We don't like to shamelessly
This
promote or
is-
anything like that.
I know, right?
One
Tell me
of
that-
us. One of us.
That's what, like, or
Holy
not.
fucking shit.